Soil air is not only a fundamental component of soil, but also a factor of soil fertility. Its content and composition have a direct impact on soil respiration and plant growth, and are closely related to the ecological environment. Next, let's learn about the aerial composition of soils. First, let's learn about the sources of soil air. Soil air comes mainly from the atmosphere, followed by gases produced by various biological activities in the soil, and partly from chemical processes in the soil. Soil air is found in the soil pores, and its content is influenced by the porosity and water content of the soil. When the porosity is constant, the water content increases, and the air content decreases. The composition of soil air is basically similar to that of the atmosphere, but there are significant differences. Compared with the atmosphere, soil air has the following characteristics. 1. The concentration of oxygen in soil air is less than that of the atmosphere, and the concentration of carbon dioxide is greater than that of the atmosphere. 2. The water vapor content of the soil is much higher than that of the atmosphere, and often reaches saturation. 3. Poorly ventilated soil air contains reducing gases. 4. The composition of soil air is unstable and varies from season to season and from soil depth to soil depth. 5. Soil air exists in different forms than the atmosphere. Soil air exists in the form of free gas, absorbed gas, dissolved gas. Atmospheric air is basically in the free state. Soil air is constantly exchanged with the atmosphere to renew soil air. The ability of soil air to continuously exchange gases with the atmosphere is called the aeration of the soil. Soil air is exchanged with the atmosphere in two ways. The first type of exchange is the total or complete movement of soil air out of the soil under certain conditions, or the entry of the atmosphere into the soil in the same way. The second type is gas diffusion, a process in which soil air and atmospheric components move in the direction of their decreasing concentration. Diffusion is the main way to renew soil air in agriculture. The main factors affecting diffusion are the difference in concentration of the various gases, the porosity of the ventilation, the distance of diffusion, and the moisture content of the soil. The greater the concentration difference, the higher the ventilation porosity, the shorter the diffusion distance, the lower the moisture content, and the more favorable the diffusion of soil air. The condition of soil air affects not only the growth and development of plants, but also the fertility of the soil. If the oxygen supply in the soil is insufficient, seed germination and root growth will be inhibited. At the same time, soil air conditions influence the release of organic nutrients by affecting microbial activity on the one hand. On the other hand, it affects the effectiveness of soil nutrients by influencing their redox patterns. Soil aeration depends mainly on the number of aeration pores. To regulate soil aeration means to improve soil void conditions through various measures. The main measures include improving soil texture and structure, strengthening tillage management, irrigation and drainage, and scientific fertilization. This is what we learn in this lesson. Thank you.